Welcome back. Now, for many years, the Spanish enclave of Melilla has represented a golden opportunity for African migrants to escape the poverty or persecution of their homelands. But in recent months, Moroccan gay asylum seekers have become the largest group of refugees in the city. Adeline Bellelou went to meet them and recounts their escape.
At the Center for Immigrants' Temporary Stay in Melilla, authorities are recently receiving considerable number of requests for asylum from Morocco. Of the 73 Moroccans who have sought asylum so far this year, most have done so for their sexual orientation. I am 24 years old. I come from Morocco. I left Morocco and applied for asylum because I am gay. As we know, homosexuals are rejected and hated by everybody in Morocco because of culture and religion. I ask for peace, for a country that will host me and accept me for who I am, where I can be myself without thinking about what others think. Article 489 of the Moroccan Penal Code punishes homosexuality by up to 3 years in jail. Human rights groups claim that cases such as the one that occurred in Beni Mellal last March, where a court condemned 2 homosexuals after being beaten up by youth who broke into their home, are proof of persecution that suffers the Moroccan LGBT community.
It is true that the Moroccan government further tightened the law and the way to handle this issue. What happened lately in Beni Mellal is quite extreme, because even if it's true that homosexuality is publicly denied in Morocco, it's way less usual that someone violates a person's privacy and penetrates into the privacy of the home.
Many Moroccans welcome in the center claim to have suffered both physical harassment and verbal, in addition to sexual abuse. None of them give its name or real origin. They reject all media inquiries, fearful of consequences.
I understand their fear. It's even more than fear. They are thrown into panic at the repression they may suffer, either themselves or their own family who remained in Morocco. There are serious cases of stabbing, and in some cases we are talking of people who risk their lives for being homosexuals.
To be recognized as a refugee, applicants have to convince decision-makers of the genuineness of their sexual orientation. Because of the challenges of obtaining evidence, a great deal of weight rests ultimately on verbal testimony. I had an interview at the border and I talked about my story from the beginning to the end, about violence and everything. After a while, I brought them evidences about what I was saying to prove it's not just stories but reality. There are people here who threaten to commit suicide. They prefer to die here rather than go back to Morocco. As application on the ground of homosexuality from Moroccans is expected to continue breaking records, Spanish authorities have decided to slow down the process in January over suspicion of fraudulent claims. Adeline Bellelou for VOA Melilla.